Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Took a while, but we got there. So yeah, basically the big issue is that everyone does SEO, rankings come and go, like new Google update, everyone is kind of, oh, my business kind of crashed. So while this is not the golden bullet, still it's something you guys want to start thinking about if you're not doing it right now. And so let's begin. So why email? And the answer is because money is in the list. Basically, the list is probably the only thing you can really kind of own. So while SEO rankings come and go, yes, you can manipulate, build links and so on and get rankings, but eventually they can again kind of disappear. So email list is kind of some sort of asset, and actually you can use for multiple monetization options. Just like sending email, but also you can import in your Facebook, you can import in Google AdWords to target them, so there's multiple ways you can utilize it. So first of all, yes, everyone uses email. So even if you want to say, oh yeah, everyone's on social media, even to sign up for Facebook, you need an email, basically. So there's some sort of email. And also recent data from this January says that about 54% of people on this planet has an email address. So if we discount areas where people don't have internet whatsoever, and also babies, then probably we have pretty much everyone on email. The next thing obviously is traffic on demand. You decide what and when to send.
Sorry, we're laughing.
Oh, who's that? Hello.
Hello.
So obviously you don't need to rely on Google algorithms or Facebook kind of restrictions, and every year they introduce some more limitations. So this is again a nice way to get around that. And of course long-term revenue. Once you build your list, and if you do it right, then again you can monetize, like let's say you have a weight loss list, and every year, you know, January, February is everyone like, yes, this year I'm going to lose weight. Or maybe the same for any other kind of aspects, like yes, this year I'm going to do something better. Again, this is kind of opportunity to again say, hey, hello, it's new year, new you, time to kind of do something about your weight loss, for example, and you can use the list again just to kind of activate and get some sales. And of course it builds your brand. If you don't have this tiny 5-page website, but you really build a decent site, then actually through the email, every time you connect and send some messages, most likely you're going to send them back to your website. So what happens is, over time they're going to, oh yeah, this is like beautytips.com. Yes, these guys send good tips. So when they recommend something, that actually that must be a good thing. So I'm going to trust them and buy them. Compared to like someone else's website that maybe ranks for the same keywords because they're good at SEO, but they don't have that kind of trust with their subscribers. And it's also flexible. For example, you capture someone who's like targeting Crazy Bull, but at the same time it doesn't mean that you cannot cross-promote, let's say, free workout from Black Wolf. Again, it's kind of just building an entire kind of group around stuff, because if someone is working out, they need like supplements of different kinds, they maybe need some kind of even outfits and advice. So again, you can kind of use a list to kind of promote all these different angles to ensure they have everything possible to achieve their results. And as I mentioned earlier, it's less controlled. If you try to post before-after picture on Facebook, most likely you may get away for a day or two, but if you start promoting it with paid ads, that basically rings like Facebook ban bells, so you don't want to do that. It's the same again with AdWords. If you have the wrong claims on your web pages, if you have kind of wrong images, again you can potentially kind of risk your AdWords account. With email, as long as you avoid the basic rules not to use some spammy keywords, then you possibly can promote pretty much any content you want. And we all know, especially as affiliates, good reviews, good before-after pictures, they all help to sell. And obviously, if you can do that, then you're going to make more money. And that's what we're all here for. And it's also quite affordable, so I'm not suggesting everyone should need to sign up to like $500 a month package to start testing stuff. You can do something as cheap as free with MailChimp, and they provide you with 2,000 subscribers, and you can send up to 6 emails, I believe, per month. So if you start making some money from that, then you can invest and upgrade like the full package accounts with more automation. You can do different rules and segmentation, but this is kind of an easy way to start. And obviously this is what I said, and here are some facts from some research companies. So if you're sending emails, you are likely to get 6 times more clicks than compared to like tweeting. Twitter is kind of easy, everyone kind of likes each other and follows, but at the same time no one really reads that. They just kind of brush away the spam, so to speak. Also, email gets delivered a lot more frequently than, let's say, Facebook. If you have like 50 followers on Facebook, that's maybe not a problem. When you build like 10,000 and you make a post and only like 100 or 200 seen the post, and you feel like, really, why do you build out the big list if you cannot promote for free? So then you either need to pay for the boosted posts, or you kind of need to find a different solution. And email is kind of great at that. And also, as I mentioned earlier, if you build a relationship with people, are going to be more likely to share your content. So if you have a great article, you promote it through your email, then they could potentially share it, and obviously you get more traffic, potentially also build some backlinks from that if people keep sharing it. Maybe it's an infographic. So it's kind of your way of distributing content as well. Yes, we say you make a blog post and then you share it on social media, but email is another way to do that. And often it can lead to some great results. And when it comes actually to promotion and making money, almost 5 times more people prefer receive promotion to via email. And I've been observing people as well, how they do it in normal life, like they subscribe to like 50 fashion websites, for example, and they don't read them straight away, but they come weekends, they go, all right, what's a good deal, what's an offer? And the same happens with email. So you, when you promote like your affiliate offers, maybe someone is busy, maybe they check an email on a, I don't know, on a bus or something, and they don't have time, but very likely they're going to come back to it. If it's something like social media posts, you're never going to scroll 2 miles down just to see your kind of, oh, I've seen this update. So this is another great reason to have email. And campaign monitor, providing the data. Okay, it's a web funnel, so how it kind of works. And it's a simplified way. You probably could even cut out the last step. It's alright with the screen. But basically all you have the opt-in page or opt-in box, and then you have the thank you page. Ideally you want to do this by leading them to your website, so you kind of possibly could make a little video, thank you for requesting this ebook or this material, and there are the next steps. And for affiliate situation, you probably want to say thank you for opting in, like for this muscle building ebook. And if you want to check out also the best supplements for building muscle, we recommend you Crazy Box Stack, and click this button below the video, bam, and you can take them there. So you capture the lead, but at the same time also you manage them to kind of get to the merchant website. So potentially you can make commission, plus you have the email. So this way you kind of can then follow up to them in the future. But the problem is, guys, nobody wants to sign up to your newsletter because it's boring. It's true. How many websites have signed up to my newsletter? You're like, newsletter, like, what is it about? Like, yes, you can get the idea if it's like, I don't know, news site, then probably about news. If it's about weight loss, probably about the weight loss. But weight loss, for example, is so broad topic. Is it weight loss for young people, old people? Is it like exercise? Is it like diet? Is it recipes? A lot of questions. So the solution to this is providing a lead magnet. A lead magnet is a valuable piece of information that promises that one big idea. For example, if you have an article about building stronger legs in the gym, you want to promote like a lead magnet that exactly says it. Ooh, what happened there? Come on. No, this side is boring now. So you want to promote a very specific thing. Obviously, it's a lot more effort than saying, oh, a general ebook about, I don't know, bodybuilding. But who wants to read the Bible? Everyone's busy there on mobile phones. They want to see something short, quick, that provides the answer to the question. So one of the options is provide ebook or PDF report. And the good thing is it can be as short as 3 to 10 pages. For example, it would be how to, I'll actually get to that example in a bit. Also, you can provide like cheat sheets, which is kind of the same, but you could be something like an Excel spreadsheet made into PDF. Like on Monday, you did so many reps. On Tuesday, you ate this. On Wednesday, you do something else. But again, just kind of provides value. And if it's in the right context, people are gonna opt in for that. A really great option, especially in this video era, is providing a video. For example, how to bench extra 20 pounds in 3 weeks. It's very kind of specific, especially if it's an article about increasing your strength, and suddenly, all right, this is exactly what I wanted, extra 20 pounds in bench press. So it's kind of really relevant and answers a question need, and also it gives you opportunity to show you on the video, for example, especially a couple ones who are like working out and stuff. It's brilliant, and then you can kind of build that trust, build that relationship, saying, all right, this is how you do it. Also going to send you more emails about this and this, and you can read my reviews on products and kind of set the mindset for the future. Something really cool is, if you can do, is providing a membership access. Let's say you've been working on your content site for a while, you have like 5 lead magnets, and what you could do, you could say, all right, do you want to have access to all these 5 guides? Then actually you can sign up, it's free, and you get all the access, plus you get all the kind of good tips from future issues. Similar stuff with tests and quizzes. Again, it's kind of something interactive, it's kind of easy, dynamic. And the good thing is you can get out some results. For example, if you do a weight loss quiz, you could ask a question about their age, just roughly. And suddenly, if you know someone is like 60 years old, definitely going to have different requirements than 25-year-old. So you can tune your messages to that particular person. You could do maybe a free consultation. I had this kind of a little bit random idea, because obviously we're not like fitness professionals, but what you could do, you could hire somebody to produce, let's say, 5 standardized fitness guides based on like certain criteria, and then you could use them as the customized plans to offer. And obviously a webinar, which is kind of a good content, again, similar to video, but it's kind of done on specific time. For example, you could run webinars automatically or every so often and get people interested in specific kind of topics. And once you've done the first webinar, then you can actually automate them and make them evergreen. So it can happen every Tuesday at 2 p.m. and everyone who wants to sign up can tune in. And then obviously in the webinar you can end with some sales messages, like saying, oh, buy Black Wolf, for example, to improve your workouts. And here are a couple examples. I'm sure many of you have seen it, but obviously now it maybe has a little bit more meaning. So this is kind of a little landing page showing a video, but it asks them to get even more video. This again, like very short without any kind of video examples. And this is a 2-step approach, which is from lead pages. Basically what you can do, sometimes you may feel that people are kind of a bit scared, all these email capture boxes everywhere. So what you can do, you can use lead boxes, which is something that is a 2-step process. So for example, as you see next to number 1, you'll see like a button, and only when you click it, you actually have a little pop-up saying enter your email. So you already feel like, as a consumer, you made a micro commitment. So you click on it, all right, yes, you want it. So now you have the second step, like to fill the email and get the reservation done. And this is a little bit bigger screenshot, how it could look like. And you can see what they did effectively here is like they have this 50% complete, so you already feel like you started something. So as a human, you kind of want to finish it. And so, all right, I'm only halfway there. So that's another kind of good technique that helps to capture more leads. Because obviously what they have to do is they have to trust with their privacy. So the lead offer has to be valuable enough so they're, all right, I'm going to give you my email, so you're going to spam me potentially. So you have to build that kind of trust, so it's legitimate. And this is another example, like you could do like giveaways. So for example, you have social media accounts like Facebook and stuff, and you can run them there, and then you can lead them to this page where you capture actually their email. Because obviously on Facebook, yes, they're your followers, but still you cannot always reach them all. So this way you could get their email. And if you have a pretty big list, probably you can speak to your affiliate managers and see if the merchant offers some kind of free gifts as well, like to kind of support this type of activity. It's all new, so obviously we're happy to experiment as well. And where do you put the lead capture boxes? So it's been really kind of confusing, I think, for many affiliates, so there's a couple of good ideas. First of all, we want to put it on generic articles and how-to content, because obviously what it means, persons, for example, looking how to lose weight or how to build muscle, they're not looking like best product for building muscles, they're still in early stages. So this is a perfect situation where you can educate them. For example, it could be an article, and at the end of the article you say, hey, enter name and email, and I can actually show you a video. For example, you can give an article how to train biceps, but then do you want to actually see me doing it? enter your name and email. I'm going to show you a 5-minute video, and you're going to know exactly what to avoid, what mistakes to avoid, how to do it properly. So that's something to consider. And obviously custom landing pages. That's if you're doing something like I mentioned before, like you can drive social media traffic to your landing pages and capture email. So the difference between your typical article and landing pages, that only things I can do there is either enter the email and subscribe or leave. So this way you get maximum kind of results. And the big don'ts, please don't try to capture leads on product reviews, because obviously at this stage they're already kind of ready to buy. They're looking for the last kind of nudges of kind of push. So don't try to put on pop-ups or like email captures on the sidebars, because that's going to probably distract from the sales. And also similar applies to like product comparison pages. Since it's already kind of very product focused, they're ready to kind of look into buying some of the products. So again, don't try to distract them. Keep it for the early stages where you have generic content. Alright, a couple placement ideas. Obviously not all of them, but few. Sidebar, great for desktop. At the end of article, especially if you have relevant lead magnet. Like if you have site about building muscle, then it could be one lead magnet for an entire site. If you have a big site with 10 different categories, like weight loss for young people, weight loss for mid-aged people, for all the people, you may want to change your lead magnet. Or if you do a really good job, you could use the same lead magnet, but you only change the title, how you present it to the subscriber. Maybe slightly misleading, but you kind of hit 3 birds with 1 stone in this case. And the really interesting one is in-content ads, which is basically inserting like buttons or links in the middle of the content where you have relevant topic and say, alright, check out my guide on weight loss, for example. So you can do that. And ever so famous exit popovers, probably seen it all over the place, and the reason why they do this is because it kind of works and helps to capture. And more advanced strategy, it really depends on your site quality though. If you have like testimonials, before after pictures, you may not be able to do it, but if you have really generic content site, then you could actually do retargeting. And basically if you know a person visits like 2 pages on muscle building, then you can actually try to run like Facebook ads and say, hey, get a muscle building guide. So although they left your website from SEO efforts, you'll still have a chance to capture the data this way. And a couple of simple placements. So I showed you the in-text one. This is not the best example maybe, but you can see there's like an article. In the article there's like go here. And what happens is when you click it, it shows you the email capture form in the middle of the site. So it doesn't look like a big box distracting, but a few people who really read the stuff and really want to get a little extra information, this is how they get it. And there's another one, typical sidebar and exit pop-up. So we're going to get now to a couple of basic lead capture tips. Little disclaimer, I'm not a copywriter. So obviously it's not the best, but obviously it's worth kind of keeping that in mind. Obviously clear headline gives them the main promise, because if you say it's like a bodybuilding Bible, it's too much. You don't want to read 700 pages. So you have to be something really specific. Like 2 examples I gave here. You want to have really strong CTA. You don't want to say submit, because kind of like nobody wants to submit. It's kind of also very unclear. So you want to say something like, yes, send me the guide or show me the video. And you can also include affirmations like the yes one. Say like yes, because what happens, they kind of agree by reading that text, they kind of agree, yes, I want that video. So you can kind of do that. Obviously, if you have a chance, make an offer image. That could be a 3D or maybe just a video screen capture, just so they have a better idea what they're getting. That's very important, can drive lead conversions quite high. And of course, provide clear instructions. Like you probably have seen also, like enter your work email, like if you subscribe to some like tools like and software offers. And also tell them what's going to happen, like enter your email and then you're going to get it in your inbox in the next 5 minutes. There is a little trick with this. If you tell them that you're going to send the guide or the report to their inbox, you kind of make them to be truthful to you. If they're going to provide fake email address, I'll got many do that. So they're not going to get the resource. So it's kind of, if you tell them that, then you're more likely to get the real email address. or maybe they're not going to sign up, but at least you're not going to get any fakes. Alright, headlines. Alright, this is a typical headline we've seen all over the place. Join our free newsletter. Yay! Like, it's great, but what's about? Is it for me? Is it not for me? How often? It's like, what you going to send me? What format? Like, is it going to be text, articles, podcasts? So it's not clear. This is a slightly better one. At least you can understand that this is weekly fitness tips. So you know it's going to be fitness tips and it's going to be weekly. At least you have some sort of expectations. And this is, again, focuses on now aspect, especially in bodybuilding stuff where you market to guys. Guys are very focused, like they want a result now. So they don't think about long term. They want like today, this week, this month, not like 2 years from now. No one wants that from guys. So again, this kind of gives you like instant kind of explanation and 7 pages. So it's easy to read. It's not going to take me 2 months in the evening studying, and it's quite short, 7 pages. So you kind of expect also you could see results in 6 weeks. Here's the example in practical way. This is also kind of all over the internet used example, but it's really brilliant. Like join betting expert. It could be your website, joinmyweightlessbody.com. So it's kind of similar to like newsletter. Well, it's the second one says get free betting tips. So you can see how the first headline I showed you in the previous slide, kind of was join our free newsletter, was changed to like second option. And this is how they've seen the improvements, like more than 30%. And also what they did, they also changed the button text. Instead of the general sign up or summit, they change it sign up and get the best daily tips. Again, explaining what they're going to get. So there's another example, which is kind of newsletter, but what they did in this example is they actually use bullet points to explain what they're going to get. So instead of having one long headline, they made 3 bullet points. So case studies, videos, podcasts. So also it shows that it's going to appeal to different type of people preferences. Someone likes podcasts, someone likes videos, someone likes to read case studies. And here's a little muscle building example. So for example, we could make something like this free muscle building guide for beginners. Still quite generic, but something we could kind of easily achieve. And then a couple bullet points. So what happens here, we know it's free, we know it's guide, we know it's for beginners. It's very important that it's for beginners. So you know these people don't know much about. So if you take that into account when you build your email communications, then you can say, all right, probably you've been like in the gym for a year or 2, or even less, then this is what you want to do, and you can guide them a lot better. While someone who's been doing this for 10 years probably not going to sell that easily. And of course, pair that with some kind of images, maybe show a skinny guy and then like someone already kind of really bulks, so you know, oh yeah, I want to be that guy, like, and I'm kind of this guy. So again, it kind of helps it self-identify people and then make a decision to subscribe. Thank you, page. Yeah. So on thank you page, this is what they see after they submitted their details. And ideally, you want to tell them what's going to happen next. If you tell them it's going to be sent to their inbox, say that again, because otherwise they forgot that. Also remind them what they're going to get, like if you're going to have like tips on this, or you're going to get like extra spreadsheet on tracking stuff, or if you're going to get some training programs I've been using to gain X amount of muscle, then tell that. Also, it sets expectations for the future, because obviously, as I showed you, the example was like they just sign up for the ebook, but now you can tell them, hey, actually, you're going to get like more emails from me moving forward. So at least you kind of told them that, so you are less likely to be seen as spam as well. Because obviously, you provide good guide, and then you can say, oh, I'm going to send you more tips on muscle building or weight loss. And if you have a chance, obviously, make a little video. It can be as short as 1-2 minutes. Say, hey, thank you for subscribing. Check your inbox in 5 minutes. I'm going to send the guy there. Also, I'm going to send you a couple more tips. They're really good. They're really going to help you achieve X, Y, Z. And obviously, maybe check out my product reviews below. And again, you can introduce the products. So this way, you can capture the email, you provide the value, and also you can start selling them further on. And especially if you do video, then it kind of builds the trust, because 99% of websites online are without faces, so they kind of don't have really people. So people like to buy from people, so maybe it's worth investing into outsourcing this, but definitely worth a try to play video. And yeah, last thing is, depends how it goes, is you might want to tell them to whitelist your email. So it means something I need to like subscriber list, because what it means in the future when you're going to send the emails, they're more likely to get them in their inbox. And yeah, a couple. So how the email content actually could flow after they receive the ebook or the report. So we'll wait. Yeah. I just quickly draw a couple models. So obviously, when you can have different cycles. You can have something simple like sending the lead magnet and then a little introduction about you. Again, it could be text, it could be video, it could be pictures with the text. Then you can have a little sell campaign, because obviously now they opted in for building muscle, then you can run crazy bull kind of little campaign. And then again, you can switch the content, or you can do different combinations of this and see which one works best for you and your subscribers. And here's a little explanation of sales campaign. So let's say they sign up, they got their lead magnet, which is a guide on building muscle, then you can have this little 4 email campaign going on automatically. So first email could be about the gains, which means if you buy this product, you're going to get this, this, and this. The second product, the logic email is focusing on logic. All right, you've been training for a year, you're stuck, you're not adding more muscle. So taking crazy bulk is a nice logical step if you want to really kind of progress. And the third one is focusing more on, all right, if you're not going to buy this product, you're more likely going to stay at the same level, you're not going to bench press more, you're not going to be the big guy in the gym, you're always going to be kind of just the newbie. And the reminder is something optional, but again, you can offer like, hey, this is last time we're going to talk about crazy bulk. If you want, go buy now. If not, then that's it, stay like skinny gym guy forever. And there's another option that's for kind of from a different marketer perspective. You can switch content and offers instead of just pushing. So for example, you can talk about muscle building email 1, muscle building email 2, then you say, actually, if you're really serious about muscle building, check out my crazy bulk review. And then again, you could talk about, all right, many people don't have energy to work out, that's why they skip gym. And you can give some advice, I'll go to bed early, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, you say, actually, if you really need some help, want to have some help, check out Black Wolf's line, because they have pre-workout, gives you energy to kind of put you in a mood, also inter-workout, so you have energy during the workout. And also, some people are scared of the pains after the workout, so hey, Black Wolf has stuff for that as well. And quickly on the email frequency, obviously, you don't want to spam them like crazy, but you have to also think the fact that they're excited for the initial period that they're going to cool down. So obviously deliver immediately the lead magnet, like yes, that's a good one. And then obviously for the first 1 to 2 weeks, depending how good writer you are and also how much emails you can produce, you probably want to email like 1 or 2 days, still on the topic they sign up for. So if it's muscle building, send muscle building. If it's weight loss, send different weight loss tips, and obviously try to incorporate the products as well so that they can go to your website and read the reviews. And in the long term, you can stick to 1 to 3 emails a week, and obviously you're going to feel if your list is getting bored, if they don't subscribe, then you maybe tone it down. Or if they're happy to receive from you all these weekly tips, maybe you run like weight loss motivational emails, so every week you send them like some motivational pictures or quotes, then actually could go quite actively and forever. And bottom line is like try to have at least 1 email a week, because obviously if you email less frequently, they kind of forget about you. So even if they don't like you, they're going to unsubscribe or they're going to stay on the list. And I had a question about earlier, so how long do I email them if they don't open my emails? A good practice is about unsubscribe them about after 4 months, roughly. So if they haven't been responding to you, then maybe it's time to give up. There are some techniques you can kind of get some percentage of them back, but 4 months is a good kind of measure. And a couple of email tips. Use strong subject lines. This is again topic for copywriter, but you're in a luck. If you Google up like some subject line formulas, you're going to find a lot of them because they're quite simple. And it's easy, like often like fill in the blanks. So you can easily just construct something about weight loss or bodybuilding. So it shouldn't get you started really quickly. And the good thing is obviously every time you send an email, you're going to see the stats. Like if they open, 20% of them open, if 35% of them open. So you can keep notes and then improve them. Or at least you can shuffle them around and send the better ones early on in your list and then keep the ones underperforming for later. But obviously with subject lines it's cool. Ooh. Obviously don't mislead them, because obviously what happens if you say really cool subject line but then the content is like then most likely they're going to hit like spam button or unsubscribe, so don't do that. Pre-headers, that's a little thing that's visible, especially on mobile. Most people view emails on mobile, so I'm going to show you an example what it means, but you want to have very good first couple sentences, because also it kind of from copywriting perspective means if the initial sentence or two is good, they're going to keep reading. If not, they're going to kind of just stop there. So all the good efforts with subject lines not going to matter. And yeah, think mobile obviously. So instead of putting blue text links that are tiny and hard to read, use big text, use big buttons that are easy to see even for fat fingers and easy to click. So it's usability. It's funny, but at the same time it's usability. So you want to do that. And typically you have for a short email 2 to 3 call to actions, which is early on. So you before scrolling you kind of could see it, and then in the middle, and that's the end of your email. So. And if you can do a little bit of copywriting, then try to create open loops, which is kind of a popular thing you've seen on TV shows. That every episode ends with something exciting, so you want to see the next one. And this is kind of similar principle. And you can say, oh, next week I'm going to send you my video on doing, I don't know, some exercises, and it's really cool. You're going to learn this and this, but you need to wait till next week. So you kind of preframe them so the next week they're going to actually look forward to your email. Not everyone, but at least the percentage is going to be a lot higher. And the big question about subject lines. So this is return paths, one of the biggest email kind of solutions out there. They recommend about 65 characters for the email subject line. And you can see a couple examples they provided, like, and actually 65 is a pretty lengthy one. So that's kind of the top. But we have to keep in mind that different email clients are going to have different lengths. So you can see like, so famous iPhone has actually 41 on portraits. And this is how it looks like. You can see actually that the medium length subject line actually is the one you actually can read. If it was a little bit longer, it's probably not going to be visible. And also this is a pre-header text, which is either the first couple of sentences, or you can actually, depending on your email, kind of provide a coded customly. So again, it's something they're going to see. It's like your little ad almost in their inbox. So you want to make sure there's to the point, like really specific. And the last kind of slide is tracking your emails, because obviously without tracking you're not going to know if it's working or not. I mentioned earlier you obviously get the open rates, click rates and stuff like this, but also you can enhance that with UTM tags. So you can custom code every email to have UTM tags, so you can see at least if they click on the email, how many of them clicked, how many landed on your website, and what did they do there. Did they spend half a minute, did they spend 5 minutes and went to like 20 pages? So UTM tags is the easiest way to do it. Unless you're hiding from Google and not using analytics. Some of you may do. Another option is use custom landing pages. So you know, if the people click from the landing page and enter your affiliate kind of offer, you will see that in the stats. So that's an easy way to track that. And of course, these who want to play with technical bits a little bit more, you can use kind of tracking variables or sub-IDs, and you can pass different details there. Or you could pass actually subscriber ID as one of these sub-IDs. So what it means, for example, you have a campaign. Let's say you build 10,000 people big list and you have a campaign that runs for 5 days. And every day you send out the email. You could code your system to pass the subscriber's ID. So we're not going to share the email, but the internal ID. And it's going to get passed to your kind of tracking links. And then in your sales report, you can say actually subscriber 7753 did the purchase. So you can actually remove them from that list. You're not going to hammer them with the same message because they already purchased. So that's another way of doing it. And the last slide is like email tools. Like you're going to get the presentation so you can have a look at them. MailChimp is obviously the one that's free for up to 2,000 subscribers. But there's a couple of good ones like Dripco, for example. Medium price, but you can have a lot of automation there. So if they did this, if they clicked on that page, you don't need to send that. Or if they viewed your page about, I don't know, losing weight, and you switch them and move them to weight loss email kind of sequences. And also a couple of tools like for building quizzes and funnels and lead pages. Thank you. I guess it's question time.